From the sand dunes and scattered oases of Luxoria to the tropical fey jungles and scenic coastlines of Honhop, the rolling green hills and towering cliffside peninsula of Medea to the stormy mountains and etheric wasteland of Perian, an alchemist, an acolyte, a knight, and an abolitionist must work together to preserve the world as they know it. These are the lands that make us. 6 of them, 8 of them, 10 of them, these scraggly looking jackalweres begin to emerge more and more from these ancient ruins, their fur matted and bright golden, half of them riddled with these bulbous tumors of orange, leaking this hot fluid that turns to steam as it hits the sand on the ground. The Luxorian sun is high in the sky, and you all guard the Sungate, your cart revealed with many treasures, daring them to advance. Your horses, Leilani and Lork, as well as Mikkel, far back and safe from the onslaught awaiting you as they advance. All of them now kind of well within view as they begin to storm this cart that they believe fully is filled with gold and supplies.
Yes, she sees them surrounding Francis as he has interposed himself between her and these Jackalweres as they are ascending the stairs. And she will come around the pillar as this one's teeth are stuck in the rock, and she will come to stand back to back with him, getting herself within melee range of these other ones that are gathering beneath the archway. Please do not make me regret this, Sirthon.
I wouldn't dream of making you do something you regret.
Were you concentrating on whatever it was that was giving
No,
us?
so the way the sensor work is once it's lit, I can turn it off whenever, and it just goes on for at least a minute.
All right then. In that case, she is going to cast Wrathful Smite upon her spear, so that hopefully the next time she hits a creature, she'll do extra psychic damage and cause frightening. Hopefully, and then with that, she will then use her action. Which one of these was already injured? Or several of them, I think. All these ones in this straight line.
Very much so. They were all exposed directly to Francis's bright light and look very hurt, but are still running at you, feral almost.
Right then. She will take a jab at this one that is directly in front of her, then, that I believe was coming for her in the first place. That is a 13 plus 4 for a 17.
That definitely hits. Will you go ahead and roll me the psychic? It's psychic for Wrathful Smite, right?
Yes.
Will you roll that separate for me?
Yep. I will do that first. Only 2 psychic damage. And then the spear itself, she is one-handing for another 5 piercing damage.
As you go to stab into the creature with the spear, you're unable to find any purchase with this non-silvered, non-magical weapon. The thick hide of the were creature seems to resist it completely as it begins to laugh. However, as you do stab into it, and despite not being able to pierce the face of the hide, it does feel the impact of your smite nonetheless. As the psychic damage courses through it, you see its eyes open wide. And does it need to make a saving throw?
Yes, it does. A wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, not very wise. That is a 2 plus 0. So what does that mean?
So it says, it will be frightened by you until the spell ends, which is a full minute as long as I maintain concentration.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it is definitely afraid of you, as it is not expecting to take any damage. It charged at you, seeing your spear in hand, recognizing it as something unable to pierce its wear hide. And then you got through anyway somehow, and it's very hurt and terrified as you see the fear encompass it. All right. Anything else in your go, Shirley?
I believe I will feel the warmth of the friendship from Sir Thon, whom I am back to back with now, invigorating me for 2 HP. Thank you very much, Sir Thon. And that will conclude her turn.
I'm doing my part.
That brings us to Plato.
Yes, Plato, seeing them thus arranged below him, first huffs the incense that makes you figure out your friend's feelings as he steps forward into the space that is included in such protection. I put my hand out, my watery hand, and you see just a massive wave of acid. I from the top of the thing, I pull my arm back and just just like a sprinkler, I pull my hand up and divulge a massive charge of acid. I think that's 4 of them. I have a clean line on. If I could get dex saves from all of them.
Dex saves. Okay. No, they're better at these. Okay, so starting with the Scorch Runner directly in front of you. That is going to be another 2 plus 5 for 7. 6 plus 2 for 8.
Fail.
Another 2 plus 2 for 4.
Fail. Eat acid. I cast this at level 2, by the
And
way.
then a 19 plus 1 for a dirty 20. Plus 2, sorry. So 21.
Yeah, the last one will pass. The other ones, as normal, they are now covered in acid. And at the beginning of their damage, they will take 4d4 acid damage. And they have to use their action to wipe that acid off, or they will continue to take that damage at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah, you coat them in acid.
The acid that I create also has this slight oily etheric glow.
The oily black goo.
Yeah, there's like a color halo over it. It's like it's affecting, when you're looking at it, it's affecting your senses, your sight, even though that's the only one it can reach from there.
And then just because I gotta know, Francis, what emotions does Plato feel as he inhales the incense?
I huffed the mood slime or whatever.
Get a whiff of it. For Plato, it's actually interesting for him because, like, with respect and friendship for Sherrilyn and like that, like protection for Inara, for Plato, it's actually almost of like worry and pity after hearing all the stuff that he's been through, and of wanting to like help him like get closure almost of everything.
Yeah, you see him wobble in place on the top of the cot. Getting that untapped from any source is like a little too much for him. He wobbles on his feet.
Amazing. You can take inspiration, Francis.
This bromance is my favorite thing in this whole campaign.
I think it's just gay.
It's just a lot of weird mixed emotions going on right now.
I mean, it started as camaraderie over how uncomfortable you guys were over Inara and Sherrilyn, so I think we
It's the censor of the lover, not the censor of... Anyway.
We're course correcting.
With that brings us to the Jackalwere is going to complete their surround on Sherrilyn as well. As Sherrilyn moves to Francis's side here, they kind of form a full circle, activating its pack tactics, as it's going to take 1 attack at advantage as it attempts to bite into Sherrilyn here. It's going to be a 10 and a 12 plus 5 for an 18 total.
The 18 meets.
Oh, sorry, 17. 12 plus 5 is 17.
In that case, no, it will not be able to bite me.
Hell yeah, it misses its attack even with advantage. That brings us to the one right next to that, which is going to take an attack at advantage as well with pack tactics as it attempts to bite down on Sherrilyn's neck. It's going to be a 7 and a 11 plus 5, 16 total.
That will not hit.
So what does this look like to Francis and Plato behind you as you're just like warding off these feral Jackalweres?
Trying to do this like bob and weave motion with her shield, so as its face comes and like beats out with the shield, like warding it away. She's not hitting them, but she's warding them away and kind of leaning to the side, tosses her hair over her shoulder. You'll have some difficulty with that.
How cool that she walked up to Francis and was like, okay, I'll take care of it, and then immediately did.
Hey, she's a knight of the wood. I'll give her that.
That brings us to the Scorch Runner, who's going to run up here. He's then on his way going to spit out these 2 Flame Breath attacks as it sends a fireball both Francis's way and Sherrilyn's, 1 at each.
For the one against Francis, I'm going to use my action to cast Warding Flare on it to impose disadvantage.
All right, first one was a 16. All right, so it's 16 total.
That will not beat it.
And then that's going to be a 19 coming at Sherrilyn. Oh, wait, let me roll with advantage just in case I crit. No, it's going to be a 19 plus 4 for 23.
Oh well, thank goodness you did not crit. Yes, that will hit though. Was that a
Awesome.
What attack was this? It was a firebolt?
It is a fireball, absolutely. It's going to be 7 plus...
There's a bit of a pack down here.
7 plus 2, so 9 points of fire damage total.
Reduced to 5 because fire damage. Remind me to send a thank you to Enka for this hapful flower.
I wasn't there when she said it, but we could get that tequila she wanted. That would be a nice thank you. Or whatever.
That was the first thing that occurred to me. This woman deserves a special bottle of alcohol.
Thanks for saving my life. Here's some booze.
All right, this one is also going to run up and join the ranks with Sherrilyn, and it is going to take 2 bite attacks as it is a Scorch Runner, both with advantage due to pack tactics. That's a 19. All right, so 19 for the first attack.
Yes, just as before. That one will hit.
And then 14 plus 5, 19 on the second one as well.
Getting lucky.
And these are both bite attacks. That's going to be 5 plus 2, 7, and 3. That's going to be 10 points of piercing damage total, but I do need 2 separate con saves here. As it gnaws twice into your neck in the same spot here, opening up 2 separate wounds with its jagged, dirty teeth.
Can only go well. All right. Hopefully they do not bite in the same location twice. I am immune to disease at this level, yes. The first Constitution save is a 16 total, and the second is a 15 total.
Right. That brings us to this final Jackalwere, who's going to actually use his turn and movement. He's going to make a big jump. He's going to try and roll an athletics check here to jump up on the cart onto Plato, which he is able to do. He is not able to take an attack due to action economy, but he does jump up right next to Plato on top of the cart here. All right, that brings us back to the start of initiative with Francis.
Let's see how narcissistic Francis is when he huffs his own smoke.
I'm the greatest.
I'm the best.
I am the cleric of the lost.
Francis self-actualizes and walks back to Han Hop to take it over.
I have the epiphany. I must take over the Min family.
For their own good.
I am saving Han Hop.
What's the minimum damage your Asti can do?
The minimum damage, I said, as I mentioned, I cast it at 2nd level, so I have it a 4d4, so the minimum is 4. Oh, we have to tell Inara to do a sexy little dance.
Pardon?
What did I miss?
Plato asked you to dress. Asked you to dance in your dress.
All right, yes, talking is a free action. From the top of the cot, you hear Plato yell, Inara, do a sexy dance! You're dressed!
Plato, you almost beat the gay allegations. I feel like just like in that split second, Francis is gonna glance back up to Plato and be like, really? At this moment?
You see he's like popping over the top of the cart, but his hair is like singed on one side.
Finally, we are aligned.
I do hope you are asking Inara to do that for a different reason than Sir Stalder is.
You do know it stuns everybody, right?
Who's to say?
I mean, I guess I didn't know that, no. No, I did not!
I think, well, perhaps because we are not looking at her doing the sexy dance, but the jackals are, then we would be immune to this effect. That would depend on the wording of the spell attached to the dress.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure this out since this combat started.
Bro, it's such a confusing ass written spell.
Did we throw out the user manual for a dress?
Well, we stole it off a dead lady, so if you...
Mother's dress.
True. Yes, now me asking for the sexy dance feels even worse.
For this ruling, this specific instance, until I find out otherwise, we're going to say that you can create a 30-foot cube of the hypnotic pattern, and enemies or allies within that cube are exposed to the potential effect.
30 feet.
It has a range. Yeah, because I mean, it is projecting an illusion, right? So it has the ability to project it kind of far. You'll just have to define for me what that looks like.
I love the idea that while we're actuating how the spell happens, there's like banter mid-combat about how the spell works, and Sherrilyn is describing as she is being bitten by Jackalweres. Well, you see, while I was intertwined with the shadow.
So, Estalda, while I appreciate your vivid remembrance of that event, could you mind doing it when we are not in immediate danger?
I thought it would be helpful to offer my input.
Yeah, Rob, do they just have to exist in the perimeter, or do they have to be looking?
During this time, the robe sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Creatures that can see you have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. In addition, any creature in the bright light that can see you when the robe's power is activated. So if they're prepared and are not looking at you when the robe's power is activated, they are not exposed to the potential stun effect.
Would that take our reaction, or would it just be assumed that we're not looking because we're talking about it?
I think closing your eyes is as free of an action as you can get.
Sounds good.
Right? Like if someone yells, "Close your eyes!" Like
it's not an object interaction. Let me individually push my eye. Yeah,
just have a really long blink.
You can either cast a spell that rewrites fate and gives advantage to another person, or blink with your reaction. Those are equal things to me. No, yeah, you can close your eyes.
I've been trying to figure out how to use this dress without stunning all of you in the process, so this has been very helpful. Thank you.
Flashbang.
We'll just yell, "Dance, Inara, dance," and then we'll all close our eyes.
We're back at the start of the turn order, so Francis?
Yeah, it is my turn, I believe.
Hell yeah, Francis, what are you doing?
Yeah, so with the fun pack that is around me and Sherrilyn, Francis is going to hold his ground, and with a censer in hand, he's going to like swing it even more. This time like over his head, and it's going to have like that same kind of glow to a little dimmer than when he cast his Radiance of Dawn, as he looks over to Sherrilyn and is like, I hope you can have my back just a little longer, as he will cast Word of Radiance.
It seems I have little other choice.
So everyone within 5 feet, except for Sherrilyn, makes a con save.
All right, so that's going to be 4 jackals, 1 scorched jackal. Oh, that's not good. What is the saving throw?
Constitution.
Okay, so plus 0, so that's just 4. For the scorched runner jackal, they have a plus 1. All right, so the one beneath you is a 4. 8 from the scorched runner. To the bottom left-hand corner, you got a 15. Bottom right-hand corner, you got a 17.
So the first 2 will fail and the second 2 will save. So the second 2 won't take damage. The second 2 will take 4 damage. But the first 2.
One of the scorch runners who failed takes that pulse of radiance. He looks very hurt. They both do. The ones who took that damage look very, very close to death.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, he's going to continue spinning the censer around over his head, and then like without like having it slam on the ground, he's gonna swing it down as he casts Shield of Faith on himself. So I kind of like enshrouding himself in that cloud of smoke to shield him.
See, I needn't have even asked about your armor class earlier, because that was exactly what I was going to offer to do for you, but you can do it yourself. How capable.
Yeah, so you find I'm quite independent, Sir Estalda.
Francis, you hear in your head, in your own voice, the phrase, "Show them your heart."
Take off your shirt.
Again, Plato, not beating the gay allegations.
As your holy magics surround you, raising your AC by 2. Anything else in your go?
That will be it, other than inhaling the smoke.
All right. Inara, that is your go.
As she peeks out from the caravan and sees not only the back of the caravan, but her party mates get surrounded with jackals, Inara is starting to freak out a little bit, so she decides to do something crazy, even for her. Can I use a bonus action to take a potion?
Yeah, absolutely. In this campaign, you can use a bonus action or action to drink a potion, but not both. Also, I just want to throw out there that last turn is absolutely the best use case of Word of Radiance I've ever seen. For anyone who's listening and is playing a cleric, it's not that good a spell, okay? Francis found a very good opportunity to use it. It's usually pretty minimal. Like, you just did the max you can most do with it, for sure. Anyway, sorry.
I am
Weird
surrounded
vibe.
by 4 Jackalweres. It's the only thing I can really use. I'm desperate. Send help.
Rob didn't want to spread false information.
I was baited by that spell. It never did anywhere near that much for me. And that's
That's a bitterness.
I'm jealous.
It's a bitterness, yeah. It's a bitterness.
There it is.
I just he got like a perfect Word of Radiance down. Anyway, sorry, Inara?
Well, to follow that, she freaking out a little bit is you can hear her mumbling from inside the cart, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. As she remembers the experimental elixir that she has from this morning. And so she takes it out and quickly swallows an elixir of swiftness, which increases her speed by 10 feet for 1 hour, and quickly jumps out from the other side of the caravan. So let's go this way, 10 feet, and then down here, 30 feet. So you see Inara running across.
I pop my head down into Zakat. Why are you saying oh shit? Whoa! You speed out.
And you see a cat, just a blur of silks and fur, come out from the caravan and run down the steps past the jackals.
So wait, will you draw your path here for me?
So she's gonna come out this way and then down 30 feet.
But yeah, because you can go out the back of the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you taking that path, you actually take no attacks of opportunity.
Oh hell yes.
Narrowly.
And as she's running down the steps, you see her tightening the belt, trying to get the dress in, I guess, the correct position. And when she reaches down, she starts twirling, doing this very fluid sort of desert dance. And I like to imagine you start to hear some of the accoutrements, along the edges of the skirts, start to tinkle as the sparkling lights start to shine. And it's described as a scintillating array of colors, but I'm imagining it kind of like how you see a mirage in the distance in the desert, if anyone's ever seen that. So it almost looks like something's shimmering, water moving in the distance, shades of blue and silver and white as it grows brighter and brighter. And yeah, within 30 feet is now bright light.
Will you roll me a performance check to see how many of their eyes you catch as you run across in this beautiful dress and do the scintillating desert dance?
Just going to throw out there, certainly Sherrilyn's. Hopefully you can tell us to shut our eyes.
Yeah, you haven't said that out loud yet.
Sunny stone skipping across the horizon.
That was a 19 plus 1, so unnatural 20.
Oh, goodness.
Amazing.
She's definitely used to dancing. And any creature in the bright light, of course, before she starts her dance, she yells out to her party mates to cover your eyes.
All right.
Now I need a wisdom saving throw from the jackals.
Loath am I to miss such a beautiful performance, but yes, I shall shut my eyes.
Yeah, after Inara yells, shut your eyes, Plato yells, Sherrilyn, shut your eyes!
All right, so it's going to be 6 of them. And you said, this is Constitution?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, okay.
Which you previously stated that they're not doing well with that.
Okay, so the Scorch Runner ones are going to be rolling with a +4. The regular are going to be rolling with a +0. I'm going to start at the north point here with that Scorch Runner. He's going to roll 14. One to the right of him is going to roll a 13. The 2 beneath him are going to roll a 18 and a 10. The one at the top of the stairs there is going to roll a 16. And then the one near the mid of the staircase there, as they all stare at you, is going to be a 9.
So only the 18s and the 16 save.
Oh my god.
As they all turn to watch Inara's beautiful performance, the one fighting you turns and looks to you. He's just not close enough to the stun effect. As he watches with great interest,
Look over there, a
as the
beautiful
rest of them
dance.
are just completely captivated by Inara's show. Inara, what does this look like?
So she is swirling, turning, holding the edges of the skirts as they seem to flow around her, almost casting like a watery effect that engulfs her. And I like to imagine with all the sand that's surrounding her, if she kicks up a little bit and it gives her a bit of like a fuzzy halo.
Hell yeah! All right, that brings us to the Jackalweres' turns, I believe. At least anything else in your go?
No, that should be it for me.
All right. That brings us to this Scorch Runner Jackal here, who's right next to Francis, who just got Word of Faith and is covered in acid. So here's the thing. He does, in fact, have 4 health remaining, which is the minimum amount of damage this acid can do. So he is stunned. He is looking at Inara, and the acid just melts him down to nothing. As he's covered, he seems completely blissful, unaware of the acid, unable to take his action to clear it off, as it just melts through his face down to the bone as he falls to the ground, dead.
Plato looks over the shoulder of the werejackal who's on top of the thing with him, like, oh, this strategy works.
That brings us to the next acid-covered stunned werejackal, who's underneath Francis, who also, get this, has 4 HP remaining after that Word of Faith. As he, with his friend, is like, oh, and then that's the last word he says as his face melts away as the acid around him kind of devours him whole. As he watches Inara's dance with a smile across his face, he falls to the ground, dead. That brings us to this stunned acid-covered Scorch Runner, who has more than 4 HP, so I need you to go ahead and roll that acid damage for me.
All right. That will be 12 points of acid damage.
Okay, he had 5 HP remaining, so what does that look like?
Just another one, just the acid, this weird, oily, brackish sort of liquid is just like eating away at Sebatis, just feasting on it.
You see it from the back as their last view is Inara's beautiful dance and light show as they are consumed whole cloth by the substance put on them. That brings us to our last stun target here, who is acid covered. He looks pretty healthy. He's at full HP.
All right. Only 9 points of acid damage for him.
Okay. He's not bloodied, but that does look like it burns through him. He is stunned as he watches Inara's beautiful show, completely unaware of the acid. The acid burning through kind of makes him move his body, and it looks like he's dancing completely out of rhythm as he panic moves as he's just completely distracted by Inara's show. That brings us to this one here, who his mouth is almost completely broken by biting onto the archway, but is instead going to circle around Sherrilyn here, attempting to take a flanking position, and is going to attempt to bite twice, both times with advantage. It's a 7. Oops.
Unfortunately, I am not level 6, so I cannot cast Floating Flare on you. Sorry.
Someday.
One day our synergy will be better.
Until then, look out.
That's a 17 plus 5 for 22. All right, and the second one, my higher result is a 12.
Okay, well, that one will not, but the first one will.
Yeah, all right. That's going to be 6 plus 3. So it's going to be 9 points of piercing damage, and you get a con saving throw.
She is not looking too good.
What if Sherrilyn became a Jackalwere?
Let's not make that into a reality with our words, please.
It might be fun.
Well, she rolled a 4 + 1 for a 5 on that save, so if she does become a Jackalwere, we'll all be blaming Plato.
Yep, feel pretty bad about that one.
Do you have anything in there about curses?
I'm immune to disease.
Immune to disease. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. As you feel this nasty bite kind of gorge into your skin.
Excellent. Which side was it on? The one where I was bit first or the one where I was bit second? Now this is the third.
It's kind of like he bites into your under chin. And it's right above the scarf on your throat.
I was going to say, right above where the scar where your neck was slipped.
And it stings in a way that the other bites do not.
Only beautiful women are allowed to touch me there.
With that, it's Sherrilyn's turn.
And now I shall exact my revenge. She's going to attempt to turn around and stab up through the chin in likeness as how that bit her with her spear into the sun-scorched were-jackal. We worry about everything else after that.
At least they're starting to thin out.
It'll be a 13 to stab.
Oh yeah, a 13 will just do it. As you stab into this creature, you find that the fire-like tumors on this thing's skin have worn away its were hide, and your non-magical spear does find purchase against this creature.
Naive may be quite angry, and I think that on top of my Wrathful Smite, I will also Divine Smite on this thing. Should I even roll any damage for the spear itself, since we've established that last time it did no damage?
Its skin has been degraded from the fire tumors, and it's not as thick as the other ones. This one does not have immunity to that type damage type.
Thank goodness. All right. Well, that'll be 6 stabbing damage. And then for the first level, for the extra radiant damage now, an extra 5 radiant damage.
Hell yeah, that's 11 damage, right? That's good damage.
She is standing sideways, 1 foot towards each enemy, the ones who were formerly in front and behind her. Sir Thon, if you don't mind, a little more of your power of friendship would be much appreciated.
It has not left you.
And she feels it imbue her now for 4 healing points. Thank you, Sir Thon.
You're welcome.
However, she is quite injured, as she has been traditionally so far in this campaign. She is bleeding from all facets of her neck right now. There is not an inch of her above the shoulders that is not bleeding, I feel. That is her turn.
Is it my turn next?
It is your go next, Plato.
Yes, I look behind me at Francis, who is a little closer than I'd like for what I'm about to do. On top of the cart, I look back behind me at Francis. I say, that would be bad. And I step closer to this fool in front of me, and I am going to... let's do this. I'm going to quicken a casting of Arms of Hadar, which should get this guy in front of me. And I'm hoping if I've stepped right here within 10 feet of him, right? It should be able to get both of them and not Francis. So I step closer to this one and I say, you should not have approached me. And all these like dark, oily tendrils that have been gathering sort of the acid that had melted those other were-jackals down has like so slowly wiggled towards the cart and writhed and gathered around me in like a circle within 10 feet. And that 10-foot perimeter, it just shoots up with these spikes within that space. As I cast Arms of Hadar. If they could give me strength saving throws, please.
Yes, absolutely.
I will be doing this, as I said, quickened with my bonus action.
It's going to be a 5 for the first one. And a... Oh my god, they have a -1 to this. That's probably because of the tumors. It's going to be a 5.
Excellent. Both will fail. So the spikes just absolutely impales them from several directions, doing for me 7 points of necrotic damage to both.
Heck yeah.
And then I will use my action still remaining to take the disengage action and hop off of the cart away from this idiot.
Easily done. Absolutely.
It can't take reactions until its next turn. You see Plato like look behind him and then like do a little hop, sort of just hops right off the edge of the cart.
Wait. May I recommend then, if you're not disengaging, if you can't take reactions?
Right. You're so correct. I can use that for something else. Rob, thank you.
Cantrip?
Yeah, like a cantrip since I quickened. I then knowing that it can't attack me, I just I'm still gonna bounce my way, jump off the cot to get away from it. And I will most chance for damage. I will just go ahead and cast an Eldritch Blast downward at this one that is surrounding Sherrilyn below me.
Upon you calling this Jackalwere an idiot very boldly, she would say, "Bold words for a man who's avoided danger thus far."
I am so easy to hit. We have discussed this. And Yeah, and you see me shoot the Eldritch Bolt blast, but unfortunately you distracted me, so I've rolled a natural 1.
That was retribution for what you did to my constitution check previously.
That
Alright,
one.
Plato, anything else in you go?
No, let's see. It was I jumped off. It was 10. Man, I would love to run back into the cart and try and hide in there, but I don't have any action economy for that. So I think I'm just gonna stay where I am for now.
Always running.
I am so easy to hit. You don't understand. I might move down a little bit so that if this fool tries to run towards me, Francis might get an attack of opportunity. That would be maybe my only thing.
Sounds good.
I'm so glad I can be in the way for you.
That brings us to the Jackalwere to the left here, who's going to put its mouth and snout kind of right up to Sherrilyn's ear, and it's going to do a big fucking yawn, and I need a wisdom saving throw as it attempts to use its sleep gaze on you.
Oh, am I boring you?
It's EP.
Wait, are high elves immune to magical slumber?
I'm going to assume yes, but I will double check
I think
on that.
just in a larger sense, yes, they cannot be put to
I-
sleep by magical means.
Yes, Fey ancestry, yeah.
Okay, well, the werejackal doesn't know that, so it's still gonna do that. So you just hear it yawn, and it's like, oh, why isn't my magic working? And you don't need to make me a saving throw.
Well, pardon me.
Its sleep gaze doesn't work. That brings us to the one right underneath, who is gonna, it's gonna use its action to disengage, and it's gonna turn and run 40 feet down the stairs as it is frightened of Sherrilyn.
The rest of you should follow suit.
Roll me an intimidation check. That brings us to the Scorch Runner, who's behind Francis. Arms of Hadar doesn't hold it in place, right? It just can't take reaction.
No, it just can't take reactions. It's not the squeezy one.
All right, it's going to run up at Francis. It's going to
That's
take 2
Plato.
attacks at advantage.
That was a 16 on the intimidation check.
I'm going to use Warding Flare on that before...
Ooh, okay, so that'll just be a straight roll. So that'll mean my first roll, which was a 7, is staying there. It's a 7 plus 5, which is a 12 total.
That will miss.
All right, and then another... I rolled a 7 again, but this one is at advantage because I think Warding Flare is only 1 attack, right?
Yeah, just one attack.
All right. Wow, I didn't roll higher. So that's a 14.
14 will not beat it.
All right, that's his goes as he attempts to bite into you. That brings us to this one beneath here, who is going to use its fire belches, both of them coming directly for Sherrilyn. Ooh, it doesn't have advantage. So that's... Oh, I literally just rolled a 2 on the die twice. That sucks.
Deuces.
That's 6. It's a 6 hit, Sherrilyn.
That's fantastic news for me. No, it does not.
All right, cool. They both take the dodge action with their bonus action. That brings us to the one who's on top of the guard, who is going to jump off and follow Plato. It's a regular one, so it only gets 1 bite, but it is going to take an advantage with pack tactics as it flanks with its friend here as it attempts to bite Plato's neck. That's going to be an 11 plus 5 for 16 total.
Yes, everything hits me.
Oh, sorry, 4. 15 total.
Still hits.
All right.
My AC is
that
11.
gonna be-
If anyone knows how to fix that, I would love something.
This is the first time a regular one has landed. All right, that's going to be 4 piercing damage total.
I forgot on the last turn I also huffed the juice of the incense of friendship.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d4 to heal yourself as you take 4 points of damage, piercing damage.
Heal for 2, and I take 4 damage.
Go ahead and roll me a con save.
Con save for Plato. I think it would actually make him rather roguish if he was a were creature, but let's see.
God, don't give the Medean and Perian more things to bond over.
Well, that one was the natural 20, so that's cool, I guess. That's fine.
Whatever this is, finds no purchase. That's its go. Francis, that's your go.
The ether in my blood just fucking flexes it off.
If you get a nat 20, you just reflect the curse back to him.
He becomes a Jackalwere jackal.
Where are the were jackals?
They cancel out and he just becomes a normal scrawny man in the middle of the desert.
That's how we cure it.
We figured it out.
Petunia? Where am I?
All right,
Why am I
Francis. There's definitely less of them in number. That's for sure. But you do still have 4 in your immediate area, with a 5th enjoying Inara's dance while just melting underneath the acid. What would you like to do?
There are worse ways to die? Question mark.
Both the Jackalweres have been injured, right?
Yes. The one to your left is bloody. The one to your right's looking a little more sturdier than that.
In that case, so despite the one on his right having just like tried to bite him a few times and having to dodge and like block it with his arm, he is going to turn around towards Sherrilyn and the scorched Jackalwere, and he is going to point at him. His tone, which is usually like joyful and like kind of like lighthearted, becomes like darker and more serious, and everyone around him kind of like hears him like very like in a hushed dark tone say Trong Bao Hu, and he's gonna cast Toll the Dead on that scorched Jackalwere.
Another 7 on the die. Well, a lot of 7s. Plus 0 for 7 total.
He will fail that.
Hell yeah. What does he hear? Is it a bell?
So he would hear the bell, but he would also hear like Francis's voice just like rattling in his head.
Love it. Anything else in your go?
Is anyone really hurt around him?
Yes, your compatriot that is directly behind you.
Sherrilyn is bleeding out of a lot of neck holds.
Mary, this were-jackal over here, I'm hurt. I'm right next to you.
If I stretch my neck, you might be able to count the number of puncture wounds.
Wait, isn't getting bitten by these things bad?
I hope not. But we'll deal with that at a later moment.
They all nod. It's terrible.
Quiet you. He's going to then like look at Sherrilyn and like very contrast to what he cast Dead. He's going to say Chehoa towards her and cast Healing Word at first level. That will be 8 points of healing for you, Sherrilyn.
Thank you. The power of your friendship is flowing through me and out of these puncture wounds in my neck.
You can say it's lost friendship.
That was a great drum roll. Wow.
Amazing. All right, Francis, anything else in your go?
That'll be it.
All right, Inara, your robes are maintaining the stance for you. The light, you do not have to continue dancing. So with that, it is your go. What would you like to do?
So she's seeing her friends struggling up there. She's going to also the closest jackal to her is just literally just stunned, staring at her and melting, which is disconcerting.
Sorry.
So she's just gonna pretend that she doesn't realize, and she's gonna run back up the steps and flank the jackal that is to the right of Francis with him. And as she's walking up the steps, you see her pulling out the poison dagger. Or sorry, the dagger of venom that she got, which belonged to, I believe, it belonged to the hidden scribe, who's currently missing. She holds the hilt of the dagger up close to her mouth, and you guys hear her whispering, "Zu'af al-qatil," and the blade starts to darken and drip black.
Taken off of the body of his assistant by Sherrilyn.
Yes, I am just noticing now that you've brought it up, Plato, that Sherrilyn does have a habit of looting corpses and then giving the loot to Inara.
It's like the cat and owner rules are mixed. Like Sherrilyn just kills something. He's like, "Here you go, I got this for you."
I mean, it's not all from corpses. She got me that flower. She that was
Yes,
with
that was a
permission.
living gift.
Yep.
Sort of a different character development, yeah.
Let's look at the pretty flower. Don't mind all the bodies behind it.
And the robes were my mother's.
It was from an herb garden of death. But yeah, the robes are totally fine.
Please forget all of the desecration of corpses. I have committed to gift you beautiful things.
Also, it has not bothered her at all. Presents are presents.
It's a good match.
Fuck, I'm gonna keep a few Play-Doh.
You got this off a dead body? Yeah.
But it's so pretty. Thank you.
Oh, don't worry, the blood will come off.
Oh, when it used to belong to my mother. Perfect. Oh man, and the knife belonged to someone she knew too. Damn.
And uncle, yep.
This is like the weirdest way to re-gift something.
Fate binds them together, but specifically death.
So I believe it is an action to like activate the poison on the blade. So I guess that would be it for her.
Sounds good. That brings us to the still. Oh, actually, he's no longer stunned. At the end of your turn here, the stun ends. As the pattern in his head no longer holds him, he is going to still be covered in acid, though. So go ahead and roll me that acid damage.
Oh, hey, 13 points of acid damage.
Ooh, he hates that. 13 points of acid damage. That hurts real bad. He's definitely bloodied, and he is going to use his turn to move up to flank Sherrilyn, and then he's going to use his action to take the acid off his body.
Good to take the acid off your body after that.
Look at that.
That brings us to the one above Sherrilyn, who is going to take 2 bite attacks.
The bastard who bit me before will now bite me again.
He loves biting Sherrilyn.
Please cease.
I have pack tactics, so this will be with advantage. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Wait, I have my reaction back again, right?
Yeah.
I still have spell slots. I am the destroyer of nat 20s, silvery bobs.
Okay, I'm
Look
re-rolling.
at all this camaraderie.
All right, that's a 6 plus 5 for 9.
That will not hit.
He looks through his hand, the universe is fractured. He picks the one where Sherrilyn is not hurt so badly.
Also, 6 plus 5 is 11.
11, thank you.
He's gay, he's bad at math.
Yep. All right, it's going to be, I rolled an 8 and then a 17. 17 plus 5 is going to be a 22 to hit.
That's the weirdest causation I've ever heard of.
Yes, the 22 will hit.
I'll give the inspiration back to Sherrilyn.
I do not wish to become a were-jackal this day, so thank you.
All right, so it's going to be 1d6. Don't worry about that con save. Don't worry about making a con save on this bite for some reason. Don't even worry about it. But that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage as this bite goes through.
This is a character arc for Sherrilyn I did not anticipate.
That's the Sandbox, baby.
With that, it's Sherrilyn's go.
This is the same one that bit me last time, that has bit me again. And she becomes increasingly more angry each time that it lands its fangs into her neck. She looks like she's wearing this lace necklace of bite wounds all over her neck right now.
Kinky.
This one is the one that I feared, yes.
It ran.
Well, I do have to roll to see if I even maintain concentration on that, which I will do now. I do not. Concentration on that will end. I think she's interested in self-preservation at this point. She's going to use her final spell slot. She will use Shield of Faith on herself.
All right. Sherrilyn,
I have not used my action.
you have not used your action.
Sherrilyn will use her action to take the dodge action.
Ooh. So you have plus 2 AC and everyone has disadvantage against you.
No, she must be very hurt.
All right, Plato, that's your go. You have a very defensive Sherrilyn here behind you.
She's about a
Yes.
third of the vitality as she was before.
Yes, I see this Sherrilyn who is quite worried. I see this were-jackal who has approached and attacked me and is the one beneath me, and neither do I like. I'm getting low on spell slots too, but it seems like we're just using the ones that we have, and I love that. So I'm gonna twin a first level casting, which is my last first level spell, I think, of Dissonant Whispers on the 2 that are closest to me. So is this one above me and this one below me? I will twin cast Dissonant Whispers on them both. They will need to make a wisdom saving throw for me. I look up to the one that chased me off of the cot and I say, I told you not to approach me. I'll just twin spell it to affect both of them. So like I said, wisdom saving throws, please.
Wisdom saving throws. All right, the regular Jackalwere there has a plus 0 to that, but did roll 17.
Pass.
That's the one to your north, and then the other one that you cast on, was that the one to your south?
Yes, the one near Sherrilyn directly, the 2 closest to me.
All right, that's going to be a 8 on the die, and he has a plus 4, so that's going to be a 12 total.
Excellent. So that one will fail. That one is now afeared of me, so it will have to move its movement away from me.
So does it take any damage?
It's going to be 3d6 of psychic damage, which will be a total of 9 points for the one that failed, and 4 points for the one that passed. The one that failed, if he is still alive, as I said, will have to move as far away from me as possible.
Yeah. Wow. So the one to the north of you does die immediately, despite saving.
Excellent.
As I think he just kind of like holds his temples for a second as they become completely indented.
Told him to not.
As his face looks severely dehydrated as he just fucking like dies to the whispers in his head. That's insane to kill with psychic damage. The one to your south has to use its reaction to move as far away as it can right now.
I think actually, 1 second, let me double check. Yes, and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
All right, so it is taking its own movement on its reaction, so that will open itself up to attack of opportunities from both Francis and Sherrilyn as it storms down the stairs here.
This is the way I've always wanted to use Dissonant Whispers. Yes, yes, yes!
Well, I would love to take an attack of opportunity at this creature, but I don't think it's going to make any difference because my spear does no damage to it. Oh wait, no, it does do damage because we've destroyed the pustules, I believe you
Yes,
said.
this one is Scorch Runner.
Then that is excellent planning, Mr. Ardavian.
Look, I've been pretty strategic this whole fight, I think. I reminded about the sexy dance.
Francis, are you taking an attack of opportunity?
No, I'm gonna save my reaction.
Sounds good. Sherrilyn?
Yes, I will stab because Francis always seems to move out of my range before I can use interception anyway. So I narrowly rolled a 13 to hit.
Literally right beside you right now.
13 is its AC, as you do hit.
Yes.
Such slander against the cleric.
No slander. The passive heal you've been providing has been life-saving.
She will do 5 points of piercing damage.
It looks very, very hurt, like incredibly hurt as it crawls away, running with all its might. Its legs carrying it as far as it could, as the voices speak to it in its brain. With that brings us to this Jackalwere, who is going to fill into the position of the one that just ran away, take a flanking position, and attack Sherrilyn. It only has the one attack, but it does a pack tactic, so it is going to gain advantage here.
Will it still have advantage with the dodge action?
No, it doesn't. It's just a straight roll. So that is just 17 total.
That will not hit.
Hell yeah, that's its turn. That brings us to the one down here that was previously frightened. That effect ended. You see, it looks back. It sees that only a third of its pack remains. It has very little hit points left. It keeps running.
Go! Tell our story!
That's right. Scamper away.
Run, bitch, run!
As the frightened condition is imposed on it just because of circumstances, it's going to keep running. Which brings us to the Scorch Runner in between Francis and Inara. It's going to take a swipe out at both of you here. First one coming at Francis. Neither of these have advantage. That's going to be a nat 1 against Francis. It's going to be a 16 against Inara. Can I hit Inara? 16?
Yep, the 16 hits.
All right, that's going to be a 6 points of piercing damage. I need a con saving throw.
Gosh, maybe they can turn into were creatures together.
Don't say that.
What?
6 points of damage. And the con save is a 13. 9 plus 4.
Okay. All right, that brings us to the Scorch, who's going to belch out 2 firebolts. One, actually, both coming for Sherrilyn at the perspective he has. Sherrilyn taking the dodge action. Both these are going to be at disadvantage. A maximum value dodge. Oh man, I rolled a 4 already. That's definitely missing for the first one. Second one with disadvantage. That's definitely missing as well, as both of them hit the arch to the left here. As you kind of bait the position with your shield and pull your shield and body forward, he completely misses. Francis, that's your go.
Jackalwere between Plato and Sherrilyn, has he been hurt yet?
Yes, he's very hurt.
Have they all been hurt around me?
Yes.
Please use that spell Rob is bitter about again to great effect. Please do it.
There's no unhurt enemy.
Seeing the last non-scorched Jackalwere kind of approach between Sherrilyn and Plato, Francis again is going to swing his sensor kind of to the side, and he's going to cast Word of Radiance again. So it's going to be a con saving throw from all 3.
First one, the Scorcher on your right here, has a +1 and rolled a 17, so it's going to be 18 total. The Jackalwere below got a 6 with no pluses, so it's going to be a 6. And the one to your left here, that's going to be a 8 with no pluses for 8 total.
So the 2 on the left will fail, and the 1 on the right will save. For a total of 4 damage for both of them.
Ooh, the one to the closer to Plato here is barely hanging on to life. The one to the south, as the Word of Radiance pulses through him, he looks a little healthier, but still hurt. Any bonus action or movement?
Stalda, are you feeling hardy enough?
I like to think every time you ask her a question like that, she just slowly turns towards you and you just see just the puncture wounds bleeding all over her neck. She's still about a third of her total HP.
Sorry, is that an Inara's go?
Yeah, that's it.
Now that her blade is completely coated in the black poison, Inara will swing out at the jackal between her and Francis.
Hell yeah. With advantage because you're flanking.
Great, because that was a 2 on the die for the first roll. Hell yeah. So that was a 16 on the die plus 5.
That definitely hits.
Oh, and there's a +1 bonus attack. So, yeah, 22.
Yeah, it is magical, so it does definitely also overcome all of its resistances, if it had them.
First, the stabby damage, and then the poison damage. I will need a con save from the jackal.
Alrighty, Roo. That's going to be a not 20.
Damn.
Well, I at least rolled a 4 on the piercing damage, so that is 7 total points of piercing damage against him.
Oh yeah, he looks very hurt.
Damn, I really don't have any bonus actions. Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right, that brings us to this one, who is going to take a single bite attack because it is just a regular guy against Sherrilyn at advantage because of pack tactics. Oh, that's a 19 for the first roll and a 4 for the second, so it's going to be a 19 plus 5, I believe. For a bite, it's for the regular one. No, it's plus 4 for the regular one.
Is dodge persisting, or does it only block me until I get hit?
Dodge is persisting. Thank you. So it's just the first roll.
Which was what? I'm sorry.
17 plus 4 for 21 total.
That one will narrowly hit, yes.
Damn, we gotta clean these guys up.
That's going to be a 1 on the die for 3 points of piercing damage total. All right, that brings us to the Scorcher here, who is... I'm going to roll something here. Has to beat your Intimidate check from earlier. Does not. Looking back at you, Sherrilyn, remembering your words from earlier, and wanting to survive, does run away as well. He's going to use his action to dash as he tries to catch up to his one other surviving friend running down the stairs here away from you all as fast as possible.
Ha! Away with you then!
Sherrilyn, that's your go.
Well, if you insist.
So 4 near us still.
All right, well, this was working well for me last time, and damage-wise, I am fairly ineffective being a charisma paladin with no spell slots right now. So I think perhaps she's going to just remain where she is and use her action again to dodge.
Amazing. Honestly, almost inspiration worthy. Do you have inspiration already?
I do not.
I just think it's amazing. You're just standing in front of your friends here as love literally physically pours around you. Yeah, inspiration. As you just take the defensive action in front of your friends to defend from the remaining enemies. Plato, that's your go.
All right. All these fools around me. I'm beginning to run low on my resources. I'll use my bonus action to burn my last sorcerer point to get myself back 1 first level spell slot. And then I will use it to cast the one that's between Inara and Francis. Is that within 5 feet of both of them?
Yeah.
I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on that one then. With the first level spell slot, I just return to myself as my action. If I could get a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. That is I thought it was a 7, but nope, that's definitely a 1.
Excellent. That will fail. So Dissonant Whispers will go off. He'll take 3d6, which will only be 5 points of damage, but once again must use its reaction to immediately run away from me.
Oh my god, amazing. As both Francis, you still have your reaction, you saved it, and Inara, if you would like to take an attack of opportunity as this one begins running south.
Yeah, no, I still have my action, yeah. So I'll take an attack of opportunity on that one.
Where's that one running from?
It was the one between Francis and Inara.
It was the one Inara and Francis both attacked last turn, I think. So it was within 5 feet of both of them, and it is now running away from me. So both should get attack of opportunities if they would like to take some.
Well, I would also get my reaction back, and I'm using weapon with reach on it. So could I also do that?
Yeah, if you have reach, if you have 10 feet, absolutely.
Oh yes, because that's a Sunscorch, so it can take the damage. Yeah, everyone, attack it!
And I'm using a spear.
We can just fucking go at it.
Attack the jackal!
Yep, I'll swing out
Get
with
that
the dagger.
motherfucker.
Oh,
You
hell
threw
yeah.
combo.
24 to hit from Inara.
That definitely is.
15 from Sherry.
17 from Francis.
All three of those hit. Francis, if you're hitting with the flail, make sure to include the extra
Radiant damage, yep.
Plato is if the incense is still going, Plato huffs the friendship juice.
Feel the pity.
God, come on!
8 points of damage from Inara's dagger attack.
The pity healed me back up to full.
6 piercing from Sherry.
And Francis?
12 from Francis.
Okay,
Jeez.
that is going to be enough all combined. What does that look like as the three of you combine your damage here to kill the absolute strongest Scorch Runner left? The rest of them are all so wounded. This is the healthiest one remaining. What does this look like?
I imagine as it tries to run past Inara, she lashes out with her dagger and gets it across the chest, which causes it to turn slightly, and now it's facing Sherrilyn's spear. And so she takes a turn.
Yeah, so then she turns and sort of squats partway down and shoves the spear up into its chest, sticking it in place so that Francis can take his shot.
And as it's like impaled, Francis will take the censer and just overhand fling it down onto one of the the scorch like blisters and just pierce right through it. And then like as it makes contact, the smoke that's still coming out of it illuminates in radiant damage.
Combo!
Amazing. It is cleansed from this world. On Plato's turn. Great use of reactions. That brings us to the Jackalwere that is between Plato and Sherrilyn. It only has the one attack. It's going to take it at Sherrilyn. It would have advantage because of pack tactics, but Sherrilyn took the dodge action, so it's going to be a straight roll. That's an 18 plus 4 for 22 total.
See, when I use Shield of Faith on myself, it's just not helpful. Yes, that will still hit me.
It's going to be 3 plus 2 for 5 piercing damage. That's that guy's turn. That brings us to one of the ones that's running away, and it's you see it sprint off and hide behind some dunes as it just keeps running as fast as it can off the map completely.
Shield of Faith falls off.
As the third one is running up, it's going to spit fire at you twice here, Sherrilyn. Again at disadvantage because of the dodge action. That's definitely going to miss. As the first one goes wide. Ooh, 17, and I dropped the die off the table. Ooh, 19. So 17 plus 5. Wait, I actually think on the fire attack they only get a plus 4. They do. 17 plus 4, 21.
Will hit.
How many of our combats can Sherrilyn go down in?
Are we keeping to the time-honored tradition of Sherrilyn goes down in
Every single
combat?
encounter.
3 plus 2 for 5 points of fire damage.
She has 1 hit point remaining.
Oh, that's it's go. Francis, that's your turn at the start of initiative.
Can Enka feel it, like, at her bar? Can she feel that she's saving Sherrilyn's life?
Somewhere.
I can't tell if Rob's mad that he didn't kill Sherrilyn, or why he's moving around his room like this exactly.
Holy fucking shit.
Francis, what are you doing?
That is an excellent question.
Got the 3 left.
How are they feeling?
Bad.
What are you, a therapist?
He's a priest.
They might need a therapist after what happened here, but like physically, how are they feeling?
I mean, no one has more than 10 HP. I'll say that to you straight up. They all look very, very hurt.
You're doing it again, aren't you? The spell Rob is hating that you're loving.
Are you going to use all of your spell slots for this just to spite him?
It's a cantrip.
But yeah, Francis is going to kind of like try and, in a weird way, because Sherrilyn is currently sandwiched between two Jackalweres, shimmy like in between that space, and like as like he gets on the other side, he will again just like twirl the censer with the rosary bead, and again cast the cantrip Word of Radiance.
Yeah, it's gonna hit all three of them. That's gonna be a 9, a 12, and an 11.
All fail.
God, roll me the damage. I hope it's a 1.
5 radiant damage.
Oh, the one between Plato and Sherrilyn immediately dies as the radiant damage burns through the remaining life force he has as he collapses. The one beneath Sherrilyn is barely hanging on to life. And the one to the left of you here, Francis, the last Scorch Runner remaining, it turns and it's going to run away as fast as it can as you wound it here with your Word of Radiance. Anything else in your go? Any bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to use Healing Wood on Sherrilyn.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what would have given you the impression that I need that.
Maybe it's the fact that you have lost more blood than the party currently has combined.
All the blood coming out of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have some beef?
The weird jaundice sort of situation. There's a strange look in your eye, Sherrilyn, Stalda. You seem sort of, I don't know.
You get 6 health if it's any consolation.
You're mistaking the look in my eye for annoyance.
Your foe's weak. Get him, Inara.
Okay. So we established that the regular were-jackals cannot be attacked with weapons.
With non-magical weapons, but the Dagger of Venom is a magical weapon.
Magical weapon works. Okay, beautiful. So she's going to, especially seeing how hurt Sherrilyn is now that she's back up close, she's going to flank the jackal underneath her and swing out with the Dagger of Venom again.
Oh yeah, with flanking advantage as you flank with Sherrilyn.
19 on the first one and a 3 on the second. So let's go with the 19. So that's a +5 +1. So 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
6 points of piercing damage.
That is going to be more than enough damage to kill him, Inara. How do you want to do this?
Yeah. I'd like to think that she's stealthy enough that she can get up behind it, and seeing how bloody and wounded Sherrilyn's neck is seems to enrage her a little bit, and she sort of jumps on its back and stabs it right in the throat, mirroring the damage they've caused her friend.
Be mindful of the dress.
Look, yeah. Anything else in your go?
It's a magical dress, so it doesn't stain. How else do you think we got it off? Or like you got it off the dancer without any of her blood getting on it?
I was not looking for it, but now that you bring it up.
She's gonna move closer to the one remaining werejackal, sort of helping the rest of the group box it in.
But yeah, Sherrilyn, that's your go. One foe remains.
Chase that sucker down. I'd like to try and get on the other side of it as it is running, so that Inara and Sherrilyn are running sidelong
On the same horse again in your
of
mind.
the jackal. Yes, we are always on the same horse in my mind. Something very romantic, of course.
Chop his head off.
I can't chop their head off with a spear, but I will attempt to stab them at advantage now with flanking.
Yeah.
I used inspiration on that because I rolled a 1 and a 2. So it's going to be a 17 plus 4 for a 21 to hit on the jackal.
That definitely hits.
That is retreating. Okay. And that will be all of that for 4 stabbing damage.
Sherrilyn, he has exactly 4 health remaining. How would you like to do this?
Inara, from your angle, you see the spear stab through one side of this jackalwere and come out on the other, and you just see the bloody tip of it pointing towards you, and then retracting out as the body falls down, dead.
Jeez, she kebabbed him.
Fucking amazing. Not since the owl.
I peek around. I peek around from the gate, and I'm like, "Oh, she kebabbed him."
We're upgrading from owls.
I will never hear the end of the owl incident.
Okay. We just defeated Rowdy Dirty Doggy Boys, the Jackalweres inherent to this region. They were hunting at high noon here with the sun in the sky as their powers were greatest. You all have defeated them with your lure of treasure and gold offered up to them by the Sungate that blocks the path forward and down to the southeast of Luxoria along the Perian border. Lying dead in front of you is 8 Jackalweres. A few of them got away. One ran away in fear. A couple saw the opportunity to escape as their planned ambush was quickly defeated through your brilliant teamwork and clever spellcasting and Sherrilyn's ability to take so many goddamn hits. And that is where we currently are.
Sorry, give me just one moment. Is everyone alive? Pops his head up over the top of the cot. Is the incense that makes you feel your bro's feelings still going?
It would have worn off, but I'm sure there's still like that lingering like mist going about the area. But coming from the incense, all the smoke has dissipated.
Smells like pity.
Oh, hell's barely alive over here.
Oh,
Yeah, so Stalda, you seem very worse for wear. Are you quite alright?
I've had better days. Not many of them recent.
you've had worse too. You are alive. You are standing. Oh, wow, there's a lot of bite marks on you.
Yes, she turns towards you and cranes her chin so you can see just the entire neck is covered in tooth puncture wounds.
Oh, quite bad. Does anyone know if those things are lycanthropes or just shifters? Is this something we should be concerned about?
What?
I look at Inara.
Inara comes walking up the steps from where she had run off to stun the Jackalweres without stunning you guys.
To do the sexy dance.
To do the sexy dance on the steps. And she goes, eek. As she approaches and sees just how bad the bite marks are. She looks perfectly fine, by the way. Dress is still pretty clean, actually, kind of immaculate. Like, she's got a scratch. Like, she's fine. And she cringes as she sees Cher's condition, and she goes, yeah. Unfortunately, more often than not, actually, I think all the time, be concerned when you're wounded in the desert.
Excuse me?
She starts thinking, she goes, very little, if any, of the creatures that exist out here are not in some way poisonous or infectious or cause mutations, death. She, like, veers off. Like, the reason she's, like, hesitating is not because she doubts what she's saying, it's because she's struggling to think of one that is fine. Like, if you were to get bit by this, you'd be okay. And she's like, there's gotta be one, and it's distracting how hard it is to figure one out.
Barring the multitude of dangers the creatures of the desert have to offer us, in particular with these Jackalweres, is there anything that we should be concerned about for Sir Stalda and our safety?
Sherrilyn's face is frozen in a stretched, concerned expression. I'm sorry, my lady. Are you meaning to say that there is a chance that I might become one of... And she looks down at the dogs on the ground.
I mean, there's a chance for something. She doesn't get why you're so horrified. Like, first of all, cat person here, so to her, you're just be gaining better ears. Like, better abilities. What's the big deal? But also, she sees the horror on your face, which isn't a look we've seen on you often, if any. And Robbie, stop me if you don't want to allow this, but she's gonna turn to look at all the corpses, all the scientific material lying on the ground. Can she potentially, like, craft an antidote? Or, like, an antibiotic to slow the infection? Something? Or is this...
My only concern therein is that I think if it was a disease or something infectious, Sherrilyn's system might be able to process it. But if it was a curse, it may be more difficult, but perhaps I'm not sure. Is there any way I could roll Arcana as Inara is maybe investigating the bodies?
Yeah, Inara, roll me an investigation check. Plato, roll me an Arcana check.
Sherrilyn is completely dissociating.
Can I roll a history check? Like, since they're Luxorian creatures, would this be something she...
Sure, yeah, you can roll me a history check. I'll say at advantage.
As they are doing all of this,
Nice.
Sherrilyn, how hurt are you right now?
With the peppering of bite marks all over your neck, you might surmise, from between that and the paleness of her skin, that she is probably about to kiss sand.
Wait, didn't I give each of you a healing potion, or it was like a potion, 2 types of potions,
Well,
1 each or something?
Well, we have them, but I haven't partaken of one.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because I didn't keep any for myself, assuming that I...
From the merchant, I remember now, yeah.
From the hive, the echoey hive.
Oh, we don't know what it was. Merchant of merchants. Could have been a hive.
made me think of hives.
And perhaps, Salda, you should sit down while Inara does her little scavenging.
Pardon me, I think it's better if I remain involved whilst they are deciding over my fate.
The history check is a 17. An advantage.
The Arcana check is a 20. A gentleman's 20. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. You're looking to see if there's signs of it being a curse versus disease, and seeing what Inara would be able to process. Inara, you are going to go to each of the corpses and kind of process the material there and see like what could be done. As you look over the corpses, you do notice one thing that now that you have a moment or two to focus in on. All of their eyes are almost completely black, and as you look them over, you a couple things come to mind. One, with your role, I'll say you could probably turn their bodies into something useful. Specifically, you could probably turn the fire ones into, like, if you were to process their blood, you could use it as an ingredient to make like an elixir of fire resistance, probably, because they're very, very resistant to fire. You also could probably do something with their tumors and make like a one-time use.
I was hoping I would be able to like extract something from the tumor, like the Scorch Runner tumors, and make like an explosive potion, like a little grenade sort of bomb kind of thing.
I would totally allow that. I would allow some rolls to make. I think maybe using it as a one-time circuit of blasting would kind of accomplish that same effect.
Awesome.
Gross. My Arcana check. Did I just...
So here's the thing, Plato. You're like looking around at them, and you're like, could this be a curse or a disease? A curse or a disease?
Is that how I'm saying it in my head?
Yeah.
He's just wandering.
And as you look up, you see the big sign that has cursed oasis directly to the south of here.
Yes. I fawned over to it. I'm talking. I have my hand on my water hand on my chin. I'm rubbing it, and then I see the shadow, and I look up at the sign. It says "Cursed Oasis" in pictograms, and I go, well, I am thinking, Inara. I'm thinking it's a curse from the oasis.
Their eyes are completely blacked out, so I think you might have something there.
Sounds cursy.
Yeah, Sherrilyn's watching Inara, I don't know, tug apart the body parts of these dead creatures.
She's not hacking them into pieces. Like she.
Oh yeah? You tell me how you're getting their tumors.
Yes, thank you.
Charge! You're coming down the incredibly steep ramp on two horsebacks. You see Mikkel and Mork, both crossbows at ready, as they're nearing the bottom of the ramp. They draw their crossbows forward and to load.
It's fine. We did it.
Oh, all right.
That's cool, though. That you were doing that. That's cool.
I think I'm gonna go be sick.
You see them stow their crossbows and pull up to the. They're looking around. There are so many dead werejackals surrounding you guys right now as Inara is going. They both kind of look in amazement.
Inara's kneeling next to one.
And hers got like a marker, like doing a butcher's, like doing the like marking off of where she.
Half of them are completely melted from acid and are just kind of pools of flesh and acid on the ground. Like, it's a horrific scene here, and both of them.
That wasn't me.
No, that acid definitely fucks them up, so that's bad.
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
At least 3 of them are goo.
Mikkel vomits. He just straight up vomits off the side of the horse as he takes in the scene.
Oh, buddy. Oh, be careful. You're getting it into the jackal.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. I think Sherrilyn will be sick now.
Oh, great.
Come on, Stalda. Let's leave them to their scientific nature.
Turns away. Oh, I'm a pity puker. Oh, that's awful.
Sherrilyn was just told that she might become one of these half-gooed creatures on the ground.
You won't become goo. You'll become the previous version of the goo. Inara says as she turns back to the Jackalwere the Scorch Runner Jackalwere that she
You mean covered in tumors?
Well, I mean, there is also the case that if you turned into one and then attacked us, there is a goo avenue you could take as a person.
She's sick again.
Oh, God, not again. Oh, Sherrilyn, stop that.
Inara's completely unaffected by this. She has siblings.
Can we just leave the whole thing behind us for just a moment so we can get our bearings and not have ourselves a puke party?
Oh, yes. No, that's a good point. I look away from Sherrilyn's whole sand thing, puking in the sand, and I turn to Rourke and I say, Sherrilyn was bitten by one of these things. Do you know how? Has that ever happened to you? You passed. I'm sorry to make you the master of the desert, but Inara was frightening at best when we asked her for help.
Have you ever become hexed before?
I mean, and there's always preserving rumors that if you get bitten by a Jackalwere, you will become one yourself. But, yeah, it's just a rumor. They, breed like any other animal. They can just shapeshift. Just a fun prank to play on kids, you know?
Inara speaks up.
Oh,
and she goes,
shit.
what about cursed Jackalweres?
Oh god, that is very infected. Oh god, look at that wound. Oh no. Oh, this is from one of them?
Can I do an insight check about his tone?
Yeah, absolutely.
We do know this guy fucks with people pretty regularly. It's probably
Yeah,
good
you
to
see
check.
the light leaving her eyes.
He's like rushing towards her. And Sherrilyn, you say that, but you mean it much more literally. The light is literally leaving your eyes. As you're becoming unable to see as well here.
It's a 19.
He's being very genuine.
I think perhaps medical intervention immediately is required.
Medical intervention? We're in the middle of the desert. What do you...
She reaches out because she's having a hard time seeing, and her face just her hand just drags down his face as she's patting around.
Down Rourke's?
Yes, down his beak, his feathers. I can't see as well as I should. Oh, it's getting quite dark.
You all see Sherrilyn's eyes literally getting very, very dark as the curse begins to set in.
Oh shit. Inara leaves what she's doing and runs over.
Sherrilyn, you are under the effect of the night eyes curse.
Dare I ask what that is?
You now only have night vision, literally.
Well, that is impractical.
Turn around, night eyes. Every now and then I get bitten.
Okay. All right. So this will affect my regular sight and my dark vision. I see.
What's going on?
I am, and she's turning around. She knows she's sightless. I don't know if it's very apparent to you just yet, but she is turning in place, a little unsteady, definitely more unsteady than she usually is. And she says, "Well, you see, I cannot see."
Francis would do like the classic, just like hand in front of the face, just testing to see like is she doing any reaction at all.
Yeah, her breath is still hitting your hand though, so she knows somebody's there, so she just reaches out and punches.
Yeah, roll me an unarmed strike.
I hate to tell you this, Francis, but I believe it will strike extremely true. It was a 19, which is a 23.
Oh yeah, definitely hits.
4 slugging of my knuckles against your cheek damage.
She's going full Jackalwere. Goo her!
No, do not do that.
Yeah, no, Francis will like recoil from the punch, but he's still just standing there. It's like, okay, yeah, I deserve that. So you can see?
No, I said, and she's still smacking her hand out, trying to see who the hell is within arm's reach. I cannot see anything.
Yeah, Francis is gonna hold on to her waving arm.
Unhand me.
You can't see, can you?
Oh, so it is you holding me. Let go immediately.
Can you walk yourself around?
It is a fine point. No, I cannot.
Then I will treat you like Plato.
Wait, what does that mean?
You can focus, if you try to focus really, really hard on your vision, you do see in shades of gray in 30 feet around you.
She cups her hands around her eyes like visors and squints like full forehead wrinkle and everything just to try and see. And she can see the flat plane that's in front of her, and she can see the silhouettes of her party members clear enough to know who's who, but it looks as if she's staring into the sun.
So I fear, even though we have a very dire mission on hand, that finding someone to help Sir Stalder here is now top priority.
Do not worry. I'm sure we will find someone capable en route. If you will just lead me to my horse.
Yeah, Sir Stalda, you are not riding in this condition.
You wouldn't want to look like Plato learning to ride the first time.
Why is this? I am catching like a lot of strays. I thought I did really good in the battle, and now this whole conversation is like Plato can't see in the dark. Plato runs around a lot.
Do not take it personally, Stardavian. We are simply trying to make Sir Stalda feel a little better about herself.
What the hell?
Inara looks at you with her eyebrows like stretched up, like clearly this is what we're doing, but also like grow up.
Fine, I will sacrifice myself on the altar, Sir Stalda's pride of whatever. I'm gonna look through the Jackalweres and see if they have stuff on them.
Actually, I am in agreement with Mr. Ardavian currently, in that I would prefer not to be compared to his ineptitude at this moment. It does not.
What the
make
fuck?
me
That's
feel
every
very-
single one of you. This just feels. My country is about to be attacked. I did great spell work. I got the dissonant whispers off. You all were good attacking down there. I guess next time I have to be part of the opportunity attack, or I'm gonna eat shit after my entire battle. I'm gonna wander off. I wander off to the back of the cart. I don't want to deal with them right now.
Inara's giggling so hard, like she's rolling on the ground.
End up straight manning for a bunch of absolute psychopaths in the middle of the desert.
FYI, she wasn't giving you shit, like, for real. Like, this is her way of showing affection. Just, like, she's just teasing you.
This is a man with low insight. He's not aware of that.
Social cues are not in his repertoire.
Sherrilyn leans in close to Inara with those hands around her eyes, and her voice is elevated as if you can't hear her. And she's like, "My lady, if we could find someone who would cure this ailment."
Inara laughs even harder. She goes, "Are you going deaf as well as blind?"
No, sorry, I just thought you were a little further away.
She thinks she is traveling with a bunch of clowns at this point. I'm sure we can discover something if we were to go, I guess, rest by the cursed oasis and explore some more.
Yes, I was perhaps thinking that maybe there was a blessed oasis to counteract the cursed one.
I'm sure there is one at some point, but she turns to look at Plato, who's probably still mumbling and grumpy. I don't think we should delay the warning to brag. Plato might really snap.
No, I agree entirely with Mr. Ardavian, but do not tell him that I said so.
I feel like I'm in a parent trap. Anytime they say something nice about each other, we're not allowed to tell the other person.
Don't tell him.
Maybe there is a place or a person on the way that could help, and if not, hopefully there is a capable enough Perian that could. She sounds more doubtful by the second.
I'm sure we'll figure something out, she says, and you're still plenty wounded in addition to being cursed as well now.
Oh, extremely. I believe Rourke said that my wounds are festering.
Well, the healing potion that I gave you, is it, like, visible on your body? Are you wearing, like, a satchel? Did you leave it in the cart?
It's in her horse's saddlebags.
Okay, so seeing that you don't have it anywhere on you as she studies you and your wounds, Inara will get up and go search in the saddlebags on the horse and return with the potion of healing. She'll uncork it and gently, like, place your hands on either side of it. She'll be like, "Drink this. It should help."
There's a moment of hesitation from her because she can't see it at first, and you see her screw her eyes all the way just to try and get an idea of what this thing is in her hand, and she can't see the color, but she sees the shape of it.
Seeing your hesitation and honestly not blaming you for it because she's done some interesting things in your presence, she goes to reassure you and goes, "It's not one of my concoctions. It is one of the ones we purchased at the inn."
My lady, you're sure this will not turn me into goo?
I promise this had nothing to do with Plato's acid. You should be fine.
Unfortunately, she can't really see you well enough to be insightful on whether or not that is true. So she's going to trust you, and she'll cup her hands around your hands and bring the healing potion to her mouth and drink it. It's a little messy. She's not used to being completely blind.
Goodness, she's got the slit throat and the all black eyes.
It tastes stale. Like it's a very, very old potion. And Sherrilyn, as you finish drinking this and feel like it kind of like go down your throat and you begin healing, go ahead and also give me a con save.
So should I add the healing first and then do
Yeah,
the con
add the
save?
healing.
Okay.
Give yourself a buffer.
Surely this can only be good.
Oh no, do you think all those spiders tricked us?
I'm going to type the healing one and then roll.
It was just 3 dwarves in a trench coat.
Selling expired potions.
Okay, so Sherrilyn will regain 7 hit points from consuming the healing potion,
Hell yeah.
which doubles her current. So, and now the moment of truth. Okay, that's very funny. It was a critical failure +1.
You are not very like sturdy in the body, are you?
No, I don't know what would have given you that impression. Oh, the armor and the constant heroics.
She has no immune system. She's from Medea. She's never been exposed to like any external sort of
It's just
germ.
comical. Just knocks her out.
You have a crushing, almost overwhelming desire to consume slip. Like a lot of slip.
Well, unfortunately for the rest of the party and likely myself, there is quite a lot of it in the cart. So I think as soon as I am done consuming this healing potion, I will turn around, overshoot the turn at first as she is trying to locate the cart with her newly dimmed vision, and she will begin staggering towards it.
Sir Stalder, where are you heading?
What are you doing?
To rest in the cart.
Let me deception check.
I'm gonna do an insight check on that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no. The universe evens itself out as I roll a nat 20 +3.
Yeah, I got a 2 on insight. I buy it.
I got a 17 plus 6 for a 23.
Oh shit. Wow. Yeah, Francis, she's about to go take a bunch of drugs. You see like her tongue kind of lap at the corner of her mouth, and you see that same like preemptive drool kind of forming at the side of her mouth as she's walking towards the cart.
First I become cursed, now I am drooling.
Francis is going to like very casually just like walk up beside us, like, here, let me help you to the cart.
She wouldn't be able to tell if Francis was trying to deceive her or not, so she would gladly take his arm and begin hobbling towards the cart, very driven by the desire to take these drugs.
Yeah, Francis is just gonna like very casually just walk her down to the cart, but then like look at Plato and Inara and be like and kind of like mouth to them, hide the slip.
What?
It's like pointing at her and like looking at her face.
Inara, I think with her hearing and with the fact that she was right there helping her drink the healing potion, she'd pick up on the message. At least she'll hear what he said. And she'll get up and quickly head... She'll try to walk like a long way around Sherrilyn so she doesn't hear her footsteps, I guess. And try to speed walk to the cart.
Plato, who is at the front of the cart and sees Inara coming up, just hops up and hits the accordion door so that she can hop right in.
Nice teamwork. Yeah, she'll jump in and I'm assuming the bag with the slip in it is just there, like it's not hidden in a compartment or anything.
Yeah, because Sherrilyn used it last just to have her vision, and so like no one made any effort to stow it.
To the cart and pulled it out to show us.
Right. Yeah, so she'll grab the bag with the slip in it. I'm assuming, especially with me being a cat and all, I can get there faster than Sherrilyn if she tries to... Or no, you can't see me.
Francis is taking his sweet old time going to the cart.
Hurry up, Sirthon.
You have already overexerted yourself today, Sir Stalder. I do not need you to overexert yourself again.
I am not so tired.
So even with her being blind, Inara does not want to risk Sherrilyn's wrath. So she takes the bag and jumps back out of the cart and like quick steps it back to Plato and holds the satchel out with both hands like, take it.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
Clink, 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 as the jars slam into each other.
What is that? Do you hear that?
Plato takes it.
Just my potions.
This is not your potions. I saw Sherrilyn reach into this earlier. I know exactly what this is. What are you doing?
I swear I heard someone speaking of me. What was that?
Nothing, sir. Sir Ardavian was just checking on your condition. And Inara's like trying to mime, like pointing at the bag and then shaking her finger no and pointing back to Sherrilyn.
Sure, now he's a worrywart. I am absolutely fine, Mr. Ardavian. Thank you for your concern.
Plato forms a psychic connection with Inara. Why are we keeping the slip from her? This is hers.
Hearing your voice in her head, she jumps for a second, but accepts it quickly. And she's, I guess, thinks back, not even knowing if it's a two-way street, but she's trying anyway. This isn't the kind of product that she should have access to at this moment. And she'd go, I would think you, of all people, would know the dangers of this item.
He locks eyes guiltily with her and sort of lowers the bag and says, all right, or in his head says, all right, so she has very helpful visions when she takes the drugs. He circles back around behind and hands, sort of tries to sleight of hand the bag up to Rourke so he can hide it behind his horse. Or I will hide it. I will go around and tie it to the back of Rourke's horse, and I'll say, go back up.
Charge the other way now, Miguel. Follow me. As they begin leading their horses, Miguel looks exhausted in this hot sun up the ramp back the other way to Leilani and the remainder of the horses.
Excellent. We will. If you could bring the horses down, Rourke, so we could hitch the wagon back up.
He throws a thumbs up with his kind of like large talon.
I swear I keep on hearing this glass clinking sound. Do you think the sun is hot enough here to transmute the sand?
Well, I'd rather you not stay out here long enough to find out, so let's just go sit inside the cart.
In this exact moment, Plato, you hear in your head, Plato, confirmed Duthwaite studied in Nether's Valley under cooperative grant to Luxorian Culinary Group. Very expensive opportunity to learn Perian practice. On way there.
Nori's voice.
Yeah.
My eyes fly open like you're seeing me grasp at a rope that is vanishing over the edge of something, as I hold on to her voice in my head. And without really responding to what she said, I say, a Medean cult plans to attack Breg. Tell Adelaide Voltaic.
Yeah, no further response, but you're certain the message was received.
His whole body relaxes like rain from a cloud.
All right, we're at the cart now. You can release me, Sirthon. I can find my way from here. Thank you very much. Oh, there's the step there. Yes, I will step up.
Careful, there's another step.
Oh, yes, you're right. And I duck my head here. Yes. All right, I'm inside the cart now, Sirthon. You no
Please
longer
just
need to babysit me.
Sit down.
She sits down on one of the benches.
Now, nothing against you and your abilities, Sir Stalder. However, I am used to dealing with people with ailments, and I wish to make sure that you are okay.
Yes, she's very twitchy. Yes, we can tend to it later. She is like physically twitchy a bit right now. You see her awkwardly leaning off the side of the bench, trying to feel around for something. Be right as right in just a few hours. I'm sure this is a temporary arrangement. You may go now.
Did you misplace something, Sir Stalder?
No, I don't think so. I think it's right here. Actually, have you perchance seen my belongings?
Your belongings? I believe most of them are either on your saddle or in here.
Yes, but there was a sack here. I believe. She squints really hard. It's a little dimmer in the cart, so it's a little easier for her to see. And as she does so, she sees there is no sack with the slip in it.
Sir Stalder, we do not have need of a vision at this moment. You need to rest.
What are you talking about?
The sack that you were referring to?
Yes. What about it? Do you know where it is?
I do not know where it is, but we do not need it right now.
That is not for you to decide. Where is it, Sirthon? Did you take it? Did you move it?
I have been holding on to you this entire time.
You've taken it for yourself. What does it matter whether you do them or not? Where's the sack, Sirthon? That was not yours to take.
Correct, and I did not take it. However, you should not take it either.
So someone else took it.
I do not know who took it.
There's a barrier to the coach seat, right? Like I can see the coach seat through a window. Is that what that is?
I think the accordion's closed.
No, I opened the accordion door so that Inara could sneak around to the outside. And as far as I know, we have not closed it. So Inara is actually looking through the front of the cart at this conversation. And I think Plato probably as well. But I don't know if Sherrilyn can see out there due to how bright it is.
She'd have to shield her eyes against the light. But as soon as she has surmised that it's not Francis that has taken this, or at least he says that he's not the one that took it, and the item is not clearly in here, I think she would look towards the light of the window that is now open.
While she is watching this interaction, Inara definitely stepped a few paces away from the opening because, like she said before, blinded, not blinded, cursed, she definitely has a healthy amount of respect for Sherrilyn's physical abilities, and she does not want to cross her.
As does my cheek, but here I am.
So Sherrilyn looks up to sort of look out the cart and shields her eyes and sees that Plato was trying to point at Inara, but Plato looking to the side sees that Inara is just gone. So he's just sort of pointing, looks over, damn. Sees Inara a little bit away with the psychic connection, says, I gave it to Rourke, it is gone. Can we tell her?
You feel free to tell her whatever you wish to share, so long as you're willing to deal with the consequences, she says and turns around.
That sounds fine. Sherrilyn, Inara cared for your well-being, and as such, the slip is now out of your reach.
Son of a water spirit.
Now Francis is gonna then look at Plato and just like stare daggers at him. Like, why would you tell her that?
All right. She grabs the spear and you see her like use it as a guide stick to get herself out of the cart. She now can't see again and she's rounding the cart, reaching for the reins of her horse, which she expects will come to help her.
You were all very mean to me earlier.
Before she leaves the cart, Francis is gonna try and like hold on to her to keep her from leaving.
Unhand me immediately. She will try to resist.
You need rest, Stalda.
Are you guys like tugging at each other?
He is grabbing me by the shoulders, I believe, and I am.
I said a nat 20.
I
Beautiful.
And I am struggling to continue walking forward, but Frances is very firm in holding her still, and her footing is not very sure. So her boots are sliding against the sand, and she manages to trip herself and drop onto one knee. And she is still waggling a finger in Plato's direction. That was not yours to take, Mr. Ardavian, especially after the favor that I have done you.
I just said that. Inara took it. This is all very confusing to me. Inara handed me a sack full of the slip.
Sherrilyn, roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20 plus 1.
Oh, hell yeah.
Please be over, please be over.
So yeah, that overwhelming desire does fade away. And you think about it for a second, and you recognize it not as a magical presence, but as very much like a pulsive addiction. Like the slip is settling in a different way, and with how much you've been using it in such a short time frame, you are very much risking a very serious addiction to this material. And you can feel the first pangs of it then. You're going to take 1 point of exhaustion here, but the urge is gone now. You're in complete control of yourself. As the day slips into midday, getting later and later, as you all have been traveling for quite a while this morning and in this combat.
Spend my afternoon trying to keep a knight from taking drugs.
Oh dear. She suddenly stops struggling against Francis, and you see that she's lost that surge of energy that she was using to fight against both him and Plato in that moment. She kind of stills where she is on one knee in the sand. What an odd sensation. I am still blind. I just want to clarify for everyone present.
Are you within your functions to be on your own?
What kind of question is that? Yes, of course, I'm fine to be on my own. Now remove your hands before I remove them for you.
He won't. He's going to help her up.
She huffs and raises to her feet, begrudgingly accepting the help.
Now, would you please help me help you and simply stay and rest in the cart?
What was in that potion of healing? It had a very unintended effect.
The one that we got from the merchant?
Yes, the same one.
I don't think he had the highest of quality material. After all, he did give you a stick that ended up playing music louder than anything I have ever heard.
Yes, my guess is perhaps it was spiders in the potion even. Seems like that was the MO. I closed the accordion door.
I believe there was perhaps some of a certain substance laced in the hells.
Perhaps. But that is now the past, so let us simply focus on you recovering.
She looks a little defeated now, I think. So many bad things have happened to her consecutively. In the last 24 hours, I think you see her dragging her feet as she just shoulders past you, Francis, back towards the cart. I am resting. Do not disturb me. Sherrilyn's dragging one foot after the other on her short trek back to the cart. She feels around with her dimmed vision as she climbs back inside and finds the cot to lay down in. She doesn't bother to take off most of her armor pieces, just her pauldrons and her boots. She's still laying there, completely in her breastplate and everything, staring at nothing. Everything's grayscale, even in the dark, even with the door shut and the window shut. Just in that tiny space by herself, she stares up, thinking to herself what her fate would be if she turned into one of those Jackalweres. Would her party turn on her and melt her into acid? What if she met Diana and she looked like one of those things? How would that change everything? And then she would shut her eyes, her useless eyes, and rest.
As you were shutting your words, eyes, Sherrilyn, as you were shutting your useful eyes, they're just currently cursed. And as soon as you kind of process your last active thought, you feel your head fill with someone else's voice as you too are sent a message. You recognize the voice as that of the Hierophant immediately. Inquisitor, report. We were separated during the events of the meeting, but your duty of investigating Perian warcraft remains priority. Report location. We'll send agents.
Hey, this is Rob, and if you're hearing this right now, I just want to let you know I love you. I, Rob, love you. Thank you for existing, and thank you for listening. And also, thank you so much, Dustin Goddard, for the music. And thank you, Julia Philcart, for the amazing art. You can find her Instagram link in the bio. And please tell your friends about the show if you want to. No pressure. We'll be back next time. Yeah. I love you.